is the identity of Rosewood?
Well, Rosewood, I would say it's a very unique brand. It's not just any luxury hotel brand. Its core DNA is everything that we do is around sense of place, which means that each hotel that we build, we develop, it is very well thought out. It celebrates the local culture, the local history. We embrace it wholeheartedly.
So in the future, if I go to one of your hotels in Paris or New York or Beijing, what would be your vision of what I would take away in terms of the distinctive commonality of the interaction with your staff, your people?
They really treat you as family. That's how we try to instill this culture in our company, is that you are not just servicing your guests. You are the host. You should treat them as your family and your best friend. Those hosts done it in a very natural way because they care about these people. So if you instill that culture and that mindset to the same way here, naturally you're able to deliver them. It's possible by, number one, of course, recruiting the right people. The people who have that mindset, I think when you have, if you're passionate about this industry and you're passionate about what you do, I think everything else is easier. Skill sets can be trained, skill sets can be learned.
What is that spark that you're looking for then when you identify talent, when you talk to a person, you first meet them, in terms of conveying that experience that you want to pass on to the customer?
Well, as I said, passion. I think whether that person's passionate, open-minded, because we are a company that are constantly evolving. I constantly push the team to evolve and to come up with new initiatives and to bring new ideas to the table, to continue evolve the brand, because travelers nowadays, they evolve themselves. They like this certain things the way it is now, but 5 years later they may not anymore. So we need to be able to be open-minded and not stick with any legacy or history.
Just on this theme of family, I mean, you've in your statements, you've made a very clear kind of proposition about the DNA of the brand. And your DNA comes from a very illustrious business family. Were you influenced in terms of how you thought about this brand, how you wanted the vision for the group, by some of the experiences you had when you were younger, watching your father, your grandfather grow their businesses?
I think that, yes, definitely. I would say a few things. Number one, it's that my father and my grandfather are very successful businessmen. They are long-term kind of visionary. They're able to take the risk and be bold and invest in things, in opportunities where they see there's a long-term view to it. Secondly, of course, is the way I was brought up, where my family has given me a lot of opportunities to see the world, to be educated abroad, to be able to travel abroad and see many different things. I think it's very important, no matter how successful you become. I think ego or pride can be something that could bring you down. I think only if you have humility, then you can really open your eyes to see how the world's changing. My family, I would say, even though they're very prominent, is a very humble family. My grandfather and my father are very down to earth, and they don't put themselves up on the high horse, and that really gains a lot of respect from his team and the company and the rest of the people in the industry. And that's something that's very important to me and that really ingrains in our family as a value.
Well, I think they're saying we are the sum of our own experience. Looking back, growing up in an entrepreneurial family, how you have been prepared for this role?
I think for my father, because my father has significant experience in the hotel industry. His first job was actually at GM as well, in a hotel. So he tells me, from day one that, this business is a people business. You have to invest in people. You have to focus on developing people, because everything else will fall into place once you have the right people with you. So that's why when I joined the company, the first 2 years, I did nothing but hire the best professionals in the industry to join my team. So it took me 2 years to hire the senior management team that I have right now, and I think that has been that was the most important ingredient.
I remember reading, you were saying you used to feel conflict between being a CEO at the same time being a mother of two very young children. But you come to a place now that you just dedicated yourself to the moment. How did you find that peace?
It's not easy. I think until today, it's definitely still a struggle. But I believe that, a good work-life balance makes you a better mother and also a better, I guess, CEO for the company. So when I'm at work, because I know that I have my children to go home to,
Right.
I'm much more productive at work and be more efficient. And then at the same time, once I had a productive, good day at work, when I go back, I feel very gratified and satisfied, and I will focus all my attention to my children as well. So I think having that balance is very important.
Right. This will probably be speaking to you as a female CEO, if I may. To what extent you find yourself is playing a role as a role model, actually, for the other younger female talent to wanting to advance their career in your group?
I think the most important thing is that you cannot see yourself as a female. That's why I never want to answer this question, because
Right.
I don't understand this question.
Yeah.
Because for me, I don't see myself as any different as any
Right.
male CEO.
Gender doesn't play any.
Gender doesn't play. I mean,
anything.
except for yes, you may if you're a mother, you have
Yeah.
to manage your children. But other than that, in a work environment, we are no different as men. So I think if you can see beyond that and don't see it as an obstacle, and see yourself as equal as men, then you really can go a long way.
That's clearly how you were brought up, right? To be.
Yes, because I have 3 brothers, so I have to survive.